There is something about treasure hunting that I find so intriguing. And it doesn't have to be treasure that's measured by gold or silver value, but rich history can be intriguing too. Hi there, I'm Grant McComey, your host for Travel Oregon's Grant's Getaways. And this week we discover Oregon's rich history along the Oregon coast, where once something was lost, then found, and then restored, now on display. Come on along as we head to Astoria and learn more about the Oregon cannons that have come home.
Good chance that that's a nail there. Pretty wild noise.
Rich Mulcahy says shipwrecks on the Oregon coast can be a boon to treasure seekers.
With the number of shipwrecks we've had off our coast here, again, I'm sure there's material from those wrecks that have been brought in from the tide.
He's found plenty of familiar coins through the years.
And we find a lot of these when the conditions are right.
He's also found some real head scratchers, Chinese and Roman coins that date back nearly 2,000 years. As long as mariners have traveled the ocean, ships have wandered too close, been caught by powerful storms, or guided by poor judgment that ended in disaster on the beach. But every now and then, tides and time reveal something unexpected, not measured by gold or silver, but the chance to connect with rich Oregon history. Like the two small cannons or carronades found at Arch Cape Beach in 2008. They were discovered by 12-year-old Miranda Patrone and her dad Michael. Dad and daughter were strolling the shoreline when she saw something inside a thick coating of sand and rock. Nearly impossible to discern, it was Oregon history.
Found the cannon.
Experts believe the guns came from the USS Shark, a Navy schooner that shipwrecked on the Columbia River Bar in 1846. The two cannons and a chunk of the deck floated south and then washed ashore, only to be buried on the beach for 162 years. Oregon Parks and Rec Department sent the cannons to Texas A&M University's Marine Conservation Lab in 2009. They paid $45,000 for the restoration. And now the Oregon cannons have come home.
Straight ahead.
Straight ahead. Am I high enough?
You're high enough. A little bit that way. Through.
They look new, essentially. You would never believe if these were the carronades that were buried for 162 years in the beach.
The restoration was remarkable, the cannons are exceptional, and Astoria's Columbia River Maritime Museum is their new permanent home.
What you see arranged here are pieces from the carronades that were recovered in 2008.
Behind the scenes, museum curator Jeff Smith shows off other pieces from the cannons, including the original oak platform and wrought iron fasteners, rings, and leather pieces that secured one of the 18-pound guns. And then there's this puzzling large ball of twine.
This was down inside the gun with this hanging out and then a wooden plug shoved in the end, and the purpose was to keep it ready and dry.
How remarkable is it? It was still in the barrel.
Yeah. Well, like I said, when they found this, they went, uh-oh, it could be loaded.
Thankfully, it wasn't. But what has been found is an amazing chapter of Oregon history, a time when the U.S. Navy waved the American flag to the British, who had long staked out a claim to the Northwest region. Smith says the restored guns link us to an important moment for Oregonians.
If these elements hadn't survived, we probably wouldn't have cared that much about the Shark. It's been a constant part of the Oregon story. And in 1846, Oregon was still an area that was disputed, whether it was British, whether it was American. The Oregon question was answered with the mission of the USS Shark.
Now that the Oregon cannons have come home, the family has every reason to visit Astoria and the Columbia River Maritime Museum. It is a wonderful destination and well worth your time for a visit. We have all the details, directions, contact information right here on the Travel Oregon website, so be sure to check it out. Until next week, do get out here, explore the great Oregon outdoors. Let Travel Oregon be your guide. For Travel Oregon, I'm Grant McComey.